That is hardcore.
This is hardcore shit.
But for me, it's harder and harder to resist.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hardcore Horror with Mike and Brigitte. Hey, all right. We got a crazy show tonight, Brigitte. I'm pretty excited about this one. Tell me,
Oh
what's going
my
on?
God, I am so excited. I've been so looking forward to this. So guess who we have tonight?
Who we got?
We have Sarah Webb, also known as Scarah, Damsel of the Doomed. So Scarah also has, she's in a band, The Immortals. The Immortals. And you also host you host once a month, Sarah Scream Theater.
Scarah Scream Theater, yeah.
Oh my God, you do so much. I can't even keep up with it. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you.
So I met you at Texas Frightmare.
Yes, I love Texas Frightmare. This was the first, I've been going for years, but this is the first year I got to table to promote a movie that we were screening at Frightmare this year, which is great. The movie's called Damsel of the Doomed, and it's about my character. I wrote it, and since it's about my character, I starred in it. And,
I saw the trailer today. It looked pretty cool. Like I really wanted to see it. So how was the reaction? Good?
It was good. We had a nice crowd. One of the guys that was working the festival, the film portion, he was real complimentary of it. He said that of the night, it was the crown jewel of what they showed. So that was really cool. We're only one of 4 feature films they showed this year. So it was really wonderful to get selected.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I will tell you that we were, so my partner and I were walking through Texas Frightmare, and it's so packed. There's like shoulder to shoulder busy. And way down there, I could see you from like way down the aisle because you are known kind of for your look that you have. And, you're not Scarah tonight, but your look is, you have this awesome makeup with the drippy eyes. Yeah. Which is amazing. And it's so noticeable. And I absolutely love it. And that is also how I recognized you when we attended at Texas Frightmare. We attended the fake trailers.
Oh yeah. Cool.
And we saw your trailer there. And I remember looking at my partner, Tracy, and I was like, is that a real movie? I want to see this movie. This is so good. And he was like, Brigitte, that's the lady that you want to go and meet. So I was like, we made it a point to go and meet you that Sunday.
Yeah, you guys were so nice. It was lovely to meet you. And I'm happy to be on this now. Yeah. Billy had reached out, Billy Pond, him and Kelly that run the fake trailers. And they were so nice. They were like, if you have anything you want to show. He had asked me last year, remember, if I wanted to show a fake trailer. And I was like, well, I'm filming a real movie right now. And and I don't know if he heard me correctly when I say that I was filming a real movie. And he was like, yeah, well, if you want to film a fake trailer about your character, send it my way. Well, I didn't because we're busy filming a real movie. Yeah. And so then I get an email from Kelly and she's like, hey, Billy, at this point, Billy knew I had done a movie. And she was like, Billy wants to know if you have anything to show at the fake trailer. And I was like, well, I have the real trailer and I have a bunch of other Scarah related videos. And so I just sent them everything. And I was glad he showed my trailer because a lot of the people, that were at Frightmare didn't get to go to the screening because they have like the prom and they've got all sorts of things going on that night. And so a lot of people saw the trailer because Billy included it. So I'm super grateful to him and Kelly and Frightmare.
Oh man, I was kind of surprised when we went in there. Usually at Film Fest, you might have like 100 people. Yeah. No, I don't know if you were in there or not. That room, that was the grand ballroom, and it was packed.
That's awesome. No, I wasn't able to go to it, which broke my heart because I really wanted to. And hopefully next year I'll be able to get in there and see what's going on. But I was so exhausted from tabling that day. And then by the time that rolled around, I think it was right after we showed our movie or something. Anyway, I was like, I got to get out of all of this, get up and get home and get to the hotel. But that's
I'm sure.
I'm glad he had a bunch of people. Yeah, I had a bunch of people coming to the table the next day from that showcase. So that was awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Billy Pond and Kelly is one of the reasons that we went. So I'm based on Nashville, Tennessee. They are
Oh,
one of the
nice.
reasons that we drove 10 hours. That and
Wow.
we had a trailer that was being also shown at the fake trailer.
Oh, what's
So
yours? What
it's Pheromone Trap.
there?
Pheromone
That's a
Trap.
great name.
Yeah, Pheromone Trap is really fun. And it was kind of like last minute on the fly. I saw a post that Billy had put out saying, hey, today's the last day to submit your fake trailers. And we had filmed it, at the end of last year. And I had I tagged the director in it. Never thought they would accept it. And he called me the next day and he was like, oh, guess what? So my character was Dr. Amanda Killigan. He was like, Amanda Killigan is going to be on the big screen in Texas. I was like, oh,
Nice.
yay. So I'm going to be in Circus of the Dead too. And
Good.
I had never met Billy Pond or Kelly in person. So it was like perfect. It was so perfect. I was on cloud nine the whole weekend. God, we had such a great time.
They're
And
great people, both of
oh,
them.
they really talked you up too. So after I talked to you, I went over their booth and I was like, so I just talked to Scarah over there and I'm talking about bringing her on the podcast. They're like, oh, you need to do it. You've got to bring her on.
Oh,
She's amazing.
I love them.
Yeah.
They're the best, man. They're just, there are some people in the industry that feel like how I feel, and I think you guys probably feel the same way, where you cheerlead people on and you believe that there's enough pie for everyone. Like everyone can, what is it? The rising tide raises all ships. And then you have some other people, not as many, but there are other people who feel like if you are raising, that means they're lowering. And that's not the case. Like everybody can raise together. It's just really a matter of there's a little bit of luck, but it's a lot of hard work and continuing, just keeping at whatever it is that you're doing. That's really what, for me anyway, does it. But I love people that cheerlead people on, and Billy and Kelly, they're like that. That's just who they are. They're good people. They're from Midland. I'm from Lubbock originally, which is a few hours away from them. And so it's that salt of the earth people over there in West Texas.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Totally great. It's me to be part of Circus of the Dead is like a dream come true for me.
That's great.
That was a dream for me to work with Billy as a director. Amazing.
Yeah.
But they absolutely love you. So
that's nice. Congratulations on getting.
Do you do a lot of cons?
Thank you.
Do you go to a lot of
yes.
cons?
Yeah, I do. So at Cult Classic Convention in Bastrop, I host their panels for their celebrities. I go to Frightmare. I go to Houston Horror every year, and I might host a panel for them this year. And I'm tabling there this year. And we find out, I think, tomorrow if they're going to screen our movie. I hope they do.
Yes.
We did. Last year, we had a movie in their festival. So we're hoping this one gets in. And those are the major ones I go to. Houston and, and I was just at one in San Antonio, Big Texas Terror. That was their first year. That was a nice con. And then we're hitting up different film festivals too. But I would like to go to more horror conventions. I really like them.
Oh,
yeah, that's awesome. God, you are so busy. Yeah. How do you have time to do all these things? God, it's amazing.
Oh man. Yeah, I definitely stay busy. And then we were talking earlier about the stuff I do. And I think I forgot to include in October, I am the park host at a large 3 attraction haunted. Well, it's a haunted attraction with 3 haunted houses on it. And it's on like 15 acres. And so I sit on this, it's called the park is called Bat City Scaregrounds. But like right when you come in, I'm on this big witch mountain and as Scarah, and I greet people and cast a few spells and pass out candy and whatever. So I do that all of Halloween. And then my band plays out there too. But other than Halloween, I'm pretty much, I can't entertain any offers to do anything else. Yeah. But otherwise, I try to just, I don't know. I feel better when I'm doing stuff, I guess. I like doing stuff, especially horror related, character related. I like playing in the band a lot. So it's just fun.
I didn't even know you were in a band. So tell us about your band. Do you play an instrument? Are you the singer?
No, I sing and I write lyrics and vocal melodies. The band is called The Immortals.
Yes, I watched a couple. Sorry,
go
I
ahead.
watched a couple videos of your band today. I loved it. It's this like very hardcore punk, Misfits kind of a deal.
Yes.
Spooky shit was awesome. Bridget, go check out that video.
Okay.
If that one doesn't get you, she's got some other ones too that are great, but that one's the one I thought, man, that's really good.
That's your most recent video. Thank you.
That is.
So you watch it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Spooky Shit by the Immortals.
Yeah, you can. Like most of our videos are on the Horror Web YouTube channel, and there's a playlist where all of our videos are on there. Yeah, Spooky Shit. A long time ago, I saw this little pin, like, pins you can put on your clothes, like, and it said, "I love spooky shit." And I always thought that was just funny. And I remember I tried to buy that pin and they weren't selling it anymore online. And so years later, I was like, I'm going to write a song called that because it just never got out of my head. And so, yeah, we did that. And it's one of my favorite ones, too. We're writing some new songs right now. I'm excited about our new material, but yeah, the Immortals, we started in the pandemic, during lockdown, basically. My other band members, they were all in another band together. And that band kind of just like, it came to a natural end. One of the members, his wife had a baby and he couldn't really play anymore. And so they still wanted to stay together, but do a new project. So I stepped in. So I had the luxury of joining a band that had been a band already. They already knew how to play with together and they were used to each other. They, two of them were already writing together. And so I was able to like step in and, spread my wings. And it's really fun. We do really well. We're playing in Deep Ellum with, do y'all know Ghoul Town? I'm not sure. They're another horror type band.
It does sound familiar. Yeah.
They're Dallas based. We have a show, I think, in September with them. But we play around Austin a lot. We play Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas as far as traveling around. Cool. Lubbock. We've played Lubbock once, but we haven't gone out of Texas yet.
So
Tennessee.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. I was like, yeah, you make it over here to the east side.
That would be awesome.
So I want to back it up and rewind a little bit. So how did you get into all the acting and the spookiness? How did you get into that?
Well, I've always liked spooky things ever since I was a little kid. The first horror movie I saw, I was probably too young to see it, but it was on TV. It was Night of the Living Dead. They used to show that on TV all the time because George Romero didn't copyright it. So they're able to show it for free. And so it was always on TV. And I'm from the generation where parents didn't get babysitters. They just had the older kids watch the younger kids. And so one night my parents went out and I was maybe 6. And so I started, horror movies for me started at 6 years old. Then I started reading Stephen King when I was in the 3rd grade, so about 8. So I've just always had this love for it. And then I remember the first time I saw Elvira, I don't know how old I was, but I remember I was a little kid and I just saw a cardboard cutout of her in a convenience store around Halloween. It said she had a big sash and it said Queen of Halloween. And so all these things have like been inside me. Then, flash forward to about 2018 or 19, I meet my friend Corey Trahan. So Corey is in the band with me. He directed my films. He owns the Halloween theme park I work at. And we just kind of clicked creatively. And it started out like I was going to work somehow at Bat City. And I thought I was going to do makeup for him. And then we started Horror Web, our production company. And he wanted to find someone who would interview people in the horror community on camera, like for a YouTube channel. And nobody was stepping up. And I used to work in radio and I've done some television work. And so I was like, well, I'll do it. So I started doing interviews. And I wasn't like, I was calling myself Scarah, but I didn't have the look yet. And I had decided I needed something that was recognizable easily, like you were saying. And I because Elvira, when you think of her, she's got that big kind of bouffant hair, and her eye makeup is wild. And so I was like, I need something that people are really gonna recognize immediately. And something that's iconic. And one of the things you see often in horror is, people bleeding from their eyes. So I thought that would be quick and easy to do, and it'll be a good, horror branding thing. So that happened. And then I wanted extravagant hair, and I went to go shop for different wigs. And when I put that one on, the red one, the wig lady, the people in the shop, the wig lady, she about had a cow. She was like, "Oh my God, that looks like your actual hair. It should be your hair color." So they all of that kind of clicked. So I started doing the interviews, and then one thing kind of led to another. And we started filming more narrative scenes. And then Corey wrote a movie called Witch's Bargain, which is it was just a short, but I got to act in that. And then that led to another couple of movies we did. One that he wrote called The Black Quarry. And then I did a little short called Basic Witch. And then I wanted to write one about like the backstory of my character and, present day. And so that's what Damsel of the Doomed is. And that one was actually supposed to be a short, but I've never had written a movie script before. And so I didn't really include all the action scenes in the script. So anyway, by the time we got to film it, it was a feature length, and the pacing and everything was good. There was nothing we felt we could cut. And so it turned out I wrote a feature film, and that's awesome. So
That's amazing. So is that available to see now?
Not yet. We're still in a few film festivals, and we're waiting to see if we get in a few of the bigger ones that we've applied for. They won't select your film if you're already streaming. So we have to wait.
Gotcha.
But I think we're done. Hopefully, I think we're done with our film festival run this fall. So that's when we're planning on putting it up for streaming. I don't think, I don't think it's something that we're trying to sell. It's going to get picked up in a movie theater or any of that stuff, which, that'd be awesome. But I think we are looking, we're talking to a few distribution companies right now, and hopefully we're looking at a fall date. And
okay.
That'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah,
probably October, right?
Yeah, that would be perfect. I think people will like it. It's got a good energy, and we've included like so many people in the horror community in Central Texas, different like horror stores, different conventions. Nosferatu Festival, it's another convention I host. I forgot about that one. We filmed at Cult Classic. We filmed a lot of people in the horror community. So really, it's kind of like almost a time capsule of what the horror and goth scene of Central Texas of this time is like, which is going to be cool, I think, to look at. Yeah, 10 years even down the road. It's a lot of in fact. And when we started Horror Web, we've like thrown events for people. We've interviewed people and put them out there on the internet. We've done like what you're doing now. We've done a lot of this for the people in the horror community. And so they were kind enough, whenever I wrote this movie, I wanted to include all of them in it, and they were kind enough to let us film at their festivals or film in their cool vampire goth store or whatever. So the movie looks more expensive than what we spent on it. Like it looks like a higher budget movie because of that, I think. But, so we're fortunate that we have all of those connections.
And that's the trailer that I saw at Texas Fright Man.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the one I was like, I want to see this movie.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of Scarah, I wanted to show this. So if you're watching this on YouTube, so this is Scarah.
Yeah, that's
with
me.
your famous makeup and your beautiful red hair.
That's the first portrait anyone did of me. He's my friend now. Is this artist named Dale Carroll, and he did that when I very first started, like in 2019.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
it's really good. I love this. I had this on my desk, and I was like, that's what made me pick up the phone. Pick up my phone. I was like, I'm going to message her right now. We got to bring her on the podcast. I love this. And I absolutely love the look. And it's very rememberable.
Thank you. I would have probably put it on for you tonight, but I was on set for a different movie. I was serving as a script supervisor for. We were out there all day, and I just got back. It was in about an hour away.
Okay.
No problem.
Oh, there's Gomez.
Oh, Gomez! Hi. Oh, he's so cute.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
So
I love your fur babies.
when Bridget came back and she was talking about you, and she had mentioned and described your look, I was like, I think I already follow her, and so I was already following you on Instagram and maybe Slasher. I don't know if you're on Slasher.
I used to be on Slasher. I mean, I
Okay.
think my account's still there, but I haven't been active on Slasher. But that was a fun app.
Yeah. So
You
so
might say
yeah,
if you are on Instagram, I'll follow you back if I'm not, or you can message me later.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I still am following on there. So yeah, we were already you were kind of out there.
I was like,
you know?
what are the odds of that? Because we're over in Tennessee. Both of us are in Tennessee, and when I was describing your look, he was like, I think that I follow her. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because she's way over in Texas. And sure enough,
I've been on Instagram for a while. That account's grown, and when Slasher started, I got in on that. And I was pretty active on there for a while, but definitely am active on Instagram. I'm doing pretty good on there. I'm trying to do better on TikTok. I'm just not on there that much. I'm on there watching.
Hard. It's hard when you have so many social media platforms. Like it's hard to juggle them all. You know?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So you're more active on Instagram versus Facebook.
I would say I'm the most as Scarah. I'm the most active on Instagram. As Sarah Webb, I'm my personal Facebook probably gets more love, and then I have a band Instagram too, and then I do have TikTok. I just I'm not I put stuff up there, just not as regular as I do Instagram.
So I know as people are watching this podcast and listening to it, they're already going, oh my God, I've got to go and follow her. So can you tell us all of your accounts? Because I already know that everyone's going to check you out and follow you.
Sure. So on Instagram, it's Scarah _Damsel of the Doomed. On Facebook, it's the same thing on Facebook for my character. For me personally, it's just Sarah Webb, WEBB. Which is my real last name. I know it sounds spooky, like I made it up, but I didn't. And then I think for the Immortals, I think it's the Immortals Band, but it's spelled with a Z. The Immortals with a Z.
Okay.
I think those are the main ones. And TikTok, I think it's Scarah Damsel of the Doomed. Most of them are that. Oh, and I have a Scarah Scream Theater Instagram account. That one's really just so I can post the flyers and stuff. I work with a really cool artist. His name is Paul Russell, or Dr. Abominable on Instagram. And he does all of my art for Scream Theater. Every month we show, different horror movies, and we keep them as a mystery. But the art that I put out there, so the video promo and the poster is based on whatever movie we're going to show. So
it's like a clue.
Yeah. So we're showing a Hammer horror film for the first time on Thursday, and it's this will be out, after, so I can say it. So we're going to show the first Hammer Dracula. It's called Dracula in the UK, and in America they released it as The Horror of Dracula. But I've got I'm dressed just like Christopher Lee basically, and I've got my hair kind of pulled back and fangs in and all of that. So it's fun. I love doing those promos. Those are super
Oh, that is so awesome. So is it always old school movies? Or
No,
do you modern?
I've shown this the Hammer movie I'm showing is from 1958, and it's the oldest one I've shown. I've shown movies from every decade basically. I kind of hop around. Sometimes it's based on the month. I might want to do a theme movie, something for May, we did a Mother's Day movie. We did a John Waters movie. What is the one with Kathleen Turner? Now I can't remember it.
Serial Mom.
Serial Mom. Yeah.
We did Serial Mom for May. And that one, was in the 90s. But I showed Scream our first year, the first Scream. I'm trying to think of what the most recent one. I haven't shown anything that was done in the last 5 years or anything. I like to show something a little bit older. But this definitely is going to be the oldest movie I've shown. I like to pick movies that I want people to see on the big screen. You know, I do, and movies that I want to talk about. So before I show the movie, I climb up on this gigantic zombie head podium. It's so big. And I get up there and I call it my sermon, but I deliver like a speech. Basically, I tell people what the movie they're about to see is, and I give them like the history involved and maybe some interesting facts or whatever. So I love researching horror movies, and I give them that little talk. Then we show the movie. Then I get back up there and I say a few more things. And then I pick the next movie and it all starts over again.
I love this. Like, you make me want to like go, and I'm way across the United States.
Oh man, if you're ever my way, let me know.
What city is that in? Where you host?
The Scream Theater is in Buda, which is right next to Austin. It's like right on the edge of Buda. It's almost like Buta's almost considered South Austin, the way everything's growing, and they're just connected now. It used to be Austin, and then there was all this country, and then it was Buda, but it's like both cities have grown a lot. So it's just very far South Austin, Buda, Texas. And that city where the Halloween park I'm at, that is like 5 minutes away from Buda. So it's almost to Buda. It might even be considered Buda. It's weird. It's like so on the line. It's kind of both. It's like Austin utilities, but I think a Buda zip code. So I don't know, but
so they all mixed in.
They're all like, it's basically South Austin, but right on the edge. That's
and you do this once a month.
That's once a month, yeah. And this, I'll say this now too. I'm going to take an audience poll, but right now we do it on the first Thursday of every month, but the show's been doing really well. So we asked the owners if they would give us a Sunday night, and the owner is like, absolutely, so I'm going to see if the audience wants to move it to Sundays. I think it'll be easier for people to go to because we have to wait until the sun's down and everything. And, Thursdays are school nights and whatnot. There's one more thing I do. I'm so sorry. I do murder mysteries at the bar. There's a speakeasy style bar at the drive-in, at Doc's Drive-In. And it's called Mama Merlot's. And I do monthly murder mysteries there, sometimes twice a month. So I also do that. Whew.
Wow. That is so fun. Oh my God.
You want to know what's weird? So I used to do a show called Tub of Terror on YouTube where I would kind of review horror movies from my bathtub. You didn't see any. It wasn't an OnlyFans situation. I was covered in bubbles. You know what I mean? But I used to do that, and then I stopped doing it. And, I want to be a horror host, right? And I wrote this movie, and in the movie I wrote that I hosted horror movies at a drive-in theater. And so we found, because we knew there was this drive-in theater 5 minutes away from our haunted house place. And so we filmed out there. We filmed me acting as a horror host at a drive-in theater, right? So after the movie wrapped, I was talking to my director friend, and I was like, I should really do it. I should really do what I did in the movie. So we went back to the drive-in people, and I asked them, I just was like, hey, can I actually do this? Can I host a horror movie night at your place and lug this giant zombie head out there and do all this stuff? And they were like, yeah, great. So the movie, and in the movie, it's about me manifesting things. And so it's weird because it's like art imitating life, imitating art. I wrote a movie where I'm this horror host that hosts movies at a drive-in, and then it actually happened in real life afterwards. It's just weird. And a few other things like that have happened from the movie. So I don't know. Maybe it's for real manifesting. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's weird. It's like, sometimes I think about it. I'm like, that's okay, but it's I think maybe one of my most favorite things I do now is the horror movie nights at the drive-in. It's like, it's so much fun. We have a lot of people that come out there. You can either watch in your car, or you can hang out on the deck and like chat, some like, do y'all have Alamo Draft House in Tennessee?
I don't know that one. So do
Okay.
you, Mike?
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Oh no. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
at the Alamo, it's my favorite movie theater to go watch a movie when I want to pay attention and just watch the movie, because they're real strict about you can't be on your phone, you can't even look at your phone, like they'll kick you out. Well, at the
Oh wow.
drive-in, what's cool is if you want to like focus on the movie and watch the movie, you be in your car and do that. You could sit outside of your car and still be cool, under the stars and the night breeze. Or if you've seen the movie and you're just there to like be with friends and kind of glance at the movie, you can hang out on the deck portion and do that. And there's just like 3 or 4 ways to watch it, but it's almost like a magical experience out there. It's one of my favorite things. I love it. That and being,
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
it's
I
really,
wish we had one of those in Nashville.
man. Yeah,
We
you
don't
should
even
start
have a
one.
drive. We don't even have a drive-in here.
And do it. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
really
awesome.
something to see movies that way. It's something different.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, oh my God, you've been so awesome to bring on here, and you're just so busy and doing all these amazing things and keeping horror alive and thriving. We absolutely love it, and we support
Yeah.
you in every way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
Get it.
personally, I love horror host. I grew up on Elvira too, so I absolutely love it, and I'm glad that you're keeping that stuff alive, keeping it going, and you got a great look. The band sounds great. Trailer's looking great. Can't wait to see the movie. I know you've got some movies that are already out streaming. What tell us about those and where people can find them?
Okay, The Black Quarry is out. I think it's out on most streaming services. I believe it's on Amazon. I think it's on Tubi. I'm not sure. If you go to horrorweb.com, I think it'll list it on there where you can find everything. But The Black Quarry is about a black metal band who they're going out to the woods to film a music video, but one of their band members has nefarious purposes. He actually wants to go out and summon a creature for his own like creepy purposes. Now that movie connects to Damsel of the Doomed, and you don't really find out until the end of Damsel of the Doomed how, but they connect. And in that movie, I horror host it. So you remember like Creep Show and things like that, or Tales from the Crypt, how the horror host sets up the movie and they tell what's going to happen. So I do that for that movie. And it was supposed to, we were going to have The Black Quarry and Damsel of the Doomed be 2 horror shorts in an anthology. But like I said, I wrote Damsel and it became a feature because it was longer. It's an hour and a half or so. So now they just kind of connect, but they're not an anthology together. But so there's that one. I think Basic Witch, a little short I wrote, is on the Horror Web YouTube channel. That one's just like kind of a quirky, fun. It's horror adjacent, I would say. It's not like you're not going to see a lot of gore. There's some zombie stuff in there. It's fun, like Halloween-y, cutesy, campy stuff. So that's called The Basic Witch, and I think it's on YouTube. And all of the music videos are on YouTube. I think that's really it. Yeah.
Awesome.
I
Well,
love
thanks a lot
you're
for
like,
coming on.
that's really it. But oh my God, it's so much. I love it. Man, you are so awesome.
You guys are. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. And yeah, so gosh, we'll keep up with everything. And I'm dying to go and check out this spooky shit video.
I can't wait. Let me know what you think of it.
I will. Yeah, absolutely.
And then hopefully I get to see you guys. Are y'all gonna come to Frightmare again next year, you think?
Man, you know what? Like that was so last minute on the flight trip for us. And my partner and I, we actually were vendors. So we were Cirque du Freaks, and I was like, this would be worth, like, this place is hopping. This is like the happening place to be. It'd be worth a 10-hour drive. And I talked to Billy and Kelly, and they were like, oh my God, yes, it would be worth a 10-hour drive for you. So we're going to submit applications and see if we can actually vend. Yeah.
That would be great. Yeah. That would be
I think that'd be, I think so. So
you guys.
yes.
Once you get
be fun.
Frightmare too, like they tend to keep their vendors in for a while.
That's what I've heard.
At some point they probably, At some point, they probably recycle a few out, in and out, just to keep it spicy.
Yeah, to keep it spicy. Yeah.
But Lloyd,
Yeah.
the guy who runs it, he's a great guy. He does it for the love of horror himself. Like, it's an amazing event. I love that convention. It's so
Yeah.
good.
You can tell I'm going to drag Mike out there.
Yeah,
next
Mike,
year.
you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up in the
Yeah.
car. It's a
Yeah.
10-hour drive. Woo!
Yeah. No.
Yeah, we have a hearse. We have a hearse. So I drive a Cadillac Escalade. My boyfriend has a hearse, and my air conditioner goes down the Escalade. That's normally what we take on long trips. And this was so last minute. We're like, okay, we're gonna drive the hearse for damn 10 hours, but we made that shit work. We made
That's
it
amazing.
work. We drove a hearse 10 hours across the U.S. to attend Texas Frightmare.
Wow.
So one of the things you just got to check off your list,
Yeah. Hearse 10 hours. That's something, dude.
Yeah. I know only I can say it. Shit.
I think so.
Yeah.
I challenge anyone to.
He challenged you. Yeah. It was awesome,
to
though.
say they can say they've driven a hearse 10 hours. I bet you.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. You
Yeah.
might be the only one out there.
Yeah, probably so. That's awesome. Oh my God. Thank you again so much for coming on. And yeah, we're looking forward to all the things you got going on.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's good to see you again. Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Right. Take care.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Have a great night.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. Sarah Webb, Scarah, Damsel of the Doomed. Wow.
Oh my
Awesome.
God. I just love her.
It's great. Yeah. Like I said, I checked out a lot of her stuff today, and it's really cool. I feel like she's on the right path there. Doing a lot of horror stuff. Really get into the scene, and yeah. So
Yeah,
I think she's gonna do some good things here. Yeah,
Absolutely.
You'll be seeing more of her in the future for sure.
Absolutely.
All right. So we have we didn't really have a June podcast really because we didn't get it in time, but that's okay.
Yeah.
No worries
Yeah.
there.
We're at the beginning of the month, so this is
Yeah.
technically what we're going to call our June.
Yeah, this is June adjacent, I guess you'd say, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. All right. So before we go to movies, you got anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, just so Cirque du Freaks, we've been super busy. So I just want to throw some conventions out there at you guys.
Right.
So here in a couple of weeks, we have the Nashville Horror Con. It's going to be in Lebanon this year. It's Lebanon, which is
isn't it really going to be the Lebanon Horror Con then?
I know, right? Which is it's a greater Nashville. I know it's kind of crazy, but
it's a farther Nashville.
It's a little
We're stretching.
We're
stretching here. Okay.
I do think, so last year was really great. It was at the Nashville Fairgrounds, and I think a lot of people are kind of pissed off because they had to pay that $10 to park. So free parking this year, guys. Matt always does a really, really great con. So Nashville Horror Con, which is in Lebanon, not Nashville, just saying. So we've got that coming up. So we got Creepy Con in August. We got Memphis Monster Con in November. I always set up this has been I always set up second year at Slaughterhouse. So come see me at Slaughterhouse. I sell our merchandise out of the gift shop. So yeah, God, Cirque du Freaks has got a lot going on.
Well,
right
it's
now.
coming. It's coming. I've already seen some pictures of the Halloween stuff coming out in stores.
Hey, I was at Cracker Barrel. So Cirque du Freaks worked the Nashville Flea Market. Can you believe that? They were we were so excited to have us. I know. I was like, the flea market. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Rumsey with Monster Madhouse, their T-shirts. He was like, Brigitte, you need to come work the Nashville Flea Market. I was like, no, we're gonna stick out like sore thumbs. No. And he was like, they wanted us so bad. Jeff, the guy that runs it, he wanted us so bad. He was like, no, we really want you. They're trying to put some edge into it and make it a little bit different. And I will tell you, I was completely shocked at how successful we were over a flea market. I mean, it was so great because you always know your horror people. The people were coming up and they're like, "This is my booth. Oh my God, I'm so excited you guys are here." I'm like, God, I
Mhm.
love the horror community so much. Like we
Yeah.
almost did better than we do at some cons. Yeah, I
So
was
you
completely
stood out,
shocked.
right?
So
Well,
we
some
really stood
some
out.
cons you really have a lot of competition, you know. So
Yeah,
if you're at
yeah.
a place where you've got a lot of traffic, but there's not a lot in the same thing, they're going to come to you, you know, those horror people for sure. So
Yeah.
it's a good setup.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And man, I've come across some, I'm a treasure hunter. I'm always on the lookout finding treasures and horror treasures and collectibles and oddities. And man, I've really got my hands on some really, really great stuff. And it's been really great. We've been really busy, really busy. So
Awesome.
yeah, man, if you're out in the Nashville area, here in a couple weeks, I believe it's the weekend of June the 12th. July the 12th. I'm in the whole nother month. Look, I'm still in June in my brain.
All
So July the 12th, come and see us, Nashville Horror Con.
right, cool. Yeah. Like I said, stores are already putting in the Halloween stuff, so we're getting about to get into the spooky season. It's gonna
Yeah.
be
Look,
pretty
Cracker
sweet.
Barrel's already got their horror stuff out or
Cracker
their
Barrel's already got
Halloween
their
stuff.
stuff. I think Michael's, they said,
Yes.
has too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here in about a couple weeks, we're going to see a lot more stores. It's going to start getting into that mood. So pretty happy about that. Always makes me feel better
Me too.
when we
Me
get
too.
more into that.
It's my warm and fuzzies.
As we go, yeah, as we get closer to it. I got nothing before movies really. I played a game, Blair Witch game, the game. There's a new game about Blair Witch. It's not about the movie. It's just sort of based on the lore. And it's about a guy and a dog looking for a missing boy, but it's pretty creepy. It's pretty nice. I like it.
Okay,
And
well, what console you play that on?
I think it's on a lot of different ones, but I play it on Switch.
That is great. I didn't even know that was even a thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they make games for a lot of stuff. Back in the day, back when Blair Witch was popular, super popular, you know, they actually made 3 PC games from based kind of on that lore of Blair Witch. I had one of them, but it's a computer game like, and I never got really big on playing games on the computer. I know a lot of
Hmm.
people do, but it was never really my thing, so I never really got into it that much. But this one's pretty cool. This one's yeah, it's got a good feel to it, so I kind of dig it. That's all I got. You got anything else before movies?
No, that's it. That's
All
all
right,
I got for you.
what are you watching?
So I've been watching a whole lot because we've been still streaming Dexter. I will tell you what, we are
Dexter.
in God, the original Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
So we're in the last season. I
Nice.
believe Tracy's actually probably watching it right now. He's
Uh-huh.
like, I am Dextered out, y'all. I am
Yeah,
like, I am wanting to watch this so we can move on to the new ones. And I'm
yeah.
seeing all the advertisement for the new ones, but the I'm on the last season. It's not my favorite. I'm struggling to get through it. I'm like,
It's not my favorite either. Now,
uh,
have you watched New Blood? The one.
no,
Okay.
that's the whole reason that we're watching it. So Tracy, my partner, has never seen Dexter, and I'm like, I want to watch the new blood. I'm wanting to watch the new ones, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I've got to show him the original. You kind of have to. I feel like you have to
Yeah.
see,
Well, yeah.
see it.
You have to go through the
So
whole thing, really.
so we have watched the entire Dexter one through, I believe it's seven seasons, and it's God, I forget how good it is, how good the writing is.
Hmm.
And it's amazing. So yeah, so that's I've been watching a lot of that. As far as movies, so we had Friday the 13th not too long ago.
Yep. Only Friday 13th of this year. I think.
Oh, is it the only one of the year? I
I
didn't
think
realize
so.
that.
I believe it
Okay.
is.
So probably the only time I'll watch Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah.
So I watched a few of them that night. It was kind of
Did
a,
you?
hey, it's a pass. So I watched the original.
I
I
did too.
haven't
I
I
watched the original.
I haven't seen that one in a really long time.
Hmm.
So that was pretty good. The third is always my favorite, so I went ahead and watched that one too. I think the last time we talked about this movie, I think I had had a few drinks or something, and I was like, I can dance, I can dance. You give me a dance, Mike, I can do it. And you're like, do you think he can pull off that dance scene that I don't remember his character's name in part three?
Yeah.
until I Googled it after our podcast. I was like, oh. Hey, go and look up if you have not seen Friday the 13th Part 3 and the famous quote dance scene. I don't know
Mhm.
what he was doing. but but okay. I we also I haven't seen this one in a long time either. Freddy versus Jason.
I watched that one too. I
You
watched that one too.
did? Oh my
Yeah, that.
God. So I saw that in the movie theater. And you know
Mhm.
what, Mike, I actually really love that movie.
I do too. I mean, it's not without its faults, but it's just an enjoyable popcorn movie. I mean, for what it is, I think it worked. It's great.
Yeah, I think so too. So other movies I've watched. So I did go to the theater, was your recommendation. I did
Hmm.
go and watch Final Destination.
Okay. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was okay. It was all
It,
right. There was a little much CGI for me.
but I
But
mean, that's kind of the way. That's
the kill scenes, I mean, they pull off some really cool stuff.
yeah. I mean,
Really cool stuff.
they've always been kind of CGI heavy, especially 4 and
Yeah.
5. So that didn't really bother me because I kind of expected it. Actually, I don't think this one even looks as bad as those two, really, as far as the CGI. But yeah, of course they have it. I mean, it's just
The beginning scene was pretty cool.
yeah.
That was kind of fun. Seeing Tony Todd, I completely forgot that he was. I completely forgot he was. We even talked about it on our last podcast, I
Hmm.
believe. I
Hmm.
completely forgot he was in that. So that was pretty crazy to see him there. But no, I loved it. The kill scenes are always fun. I think my favorite was. I'm gonna go ahead and say my favorite one was the magnet.
Yeah, that was good.
I was the crazy ass in the theater that it excited me so much. I've been watching Dexter. I needed a horror movie. I was craving a horror movie. I was just like, I'm not watching Dexter. I just need to watch a horror movie. So we on the last minute we decided to go to the theater, and when I saw that, I like needed it, and I busted out laughing in the middle of the theater. Everybody kind of turned and looked at me. I was like, yes, I'm the nut that's so excited over this crazy kill scene. But yeah, it was fun. So another movie that I watched was Fear Street Prom Queen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, have you? I don't think have you. You haven't seen the. Have you?
Yeah.
I know you've
Nope.
seen it. Have you haven't talked about it though? Have you?
Yeah. Yeah. I talked about it.
You talked about it. It was
Hmm.
okay. It was
I,
all.
I,
It was all
I,
right.
that's kind of what I said. It was all right. It just wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't really bring anything new to the table. I didn't think.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
did,
I agree.
and
I agree.
and comparative to like the other three, I didn't think it was as good as those three personally.
Mhm.
I mean, it wasn't a bad, terrible movie. It just that's that formula we've really seen a lot. So
It's a
it's
formula movie. Yeah, that's what I call
yeah,
formula movies. I think
yeah,
that my favorite thing about the movie was that it's based in the 80s.
yeah. Okay,
That's all I got
fair,
for you
fair
on
enough.
that one.
Fair enough.
I did do a last night I did a rewatch. It's I don't even think this is even considered horror, but I am going to mention it because I do think it's got some horror elements. I haven't seen it in a really long time, and it's one of my favorites. 8 millimeter.
Okay, no, yeah,
I love 8 millimeter. I hadn't seen it in a really long time, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot how good this movie is.
yeah.
I don't even know what maybe we had talked about it, and Tracy was like, I saw it, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. I was like, dude, we got to do a rewatch. So yeah, we did a rewatch of that. But yeah, I mean, my movie list is really, really short because we've been watching Dexter. So
Mhm.
hopefully next podcast I'll have a better list for you. So I am ready to move on because I'm always look forward to what you have on your list.
Well, I don't have too much either, really. I mean, I did some rewatches like Strangeland, Halloween, the original. Like we was talking about the Friday the 13th, and that I did a rewatch of Mulholland Drive, David Lynch, which isn't really horror,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's about horror adjacent.
yeah.
Yeah. So other than that, I watched Bring Her Back. Bring Her Back.
Bring her back.
Yeah. Um, those are. Man, I'm drawing a blank thinking about the one that they did before this. What's it called? I'm going to have to look it up. I can't even remember it for some reason. I have no
What
idea
happens?
why.
We watch so many movies, they all
It's
start
not.
running together.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Remember
Oh,
that?
talk to me. Yes.
Yes.
With the hand or something?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This
Talk
is
to me where they grab the hand and they go
yeah.
into the
This
okay.
is the director of that.
Oh, the movies
Those
aren't
guys.
related.
They're
They're
not
not related.
related. They're not
Okay.
related.
Okay.
I mean, they're not related. I don't think at all. But I mean, you could see that maybe they're in the same universe or something for sure.
Okay.
It's a pretty good movie. I think I might like Talk to Me a little better, but this one is definitely probably a more mature content
Okay.
and everything. It's got its moments. It's definitely creepy, but if you're going into it looking for Talk to Me Part Two, this is definitely not that. But I did like it. I think it's worth a watch for sure. I won't say too much about it because I don't want to give it away. But it's mostly about loss. Really, it's just a really good movie about loss and like how some person might deal with that.
Sounds sad.
It is kind of sad, honestly. It is kind of a sad movie. I mean, it's a horror movie, but it is kind of sad, honestly. Yeah, it is. Up next is a movie called Good Boy.
Is that
Now
is that newer or no?
Now it's pretty new. It came out maybe a couple years ago.
Okay.
Maybe 3.
Okay.
But now there's actually a new movie that's coming out called Good Boy. It's kind of a generic title that I think it's about like in the perspective of a dog or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly. Anyway, the one that I watched, Good Boy, it's about this girl who meets up with this like rich millionaire, billionaire guy, right? And they kind of click and they hook up, and she goes over to his house and it's hanging out with him and stuff. And lo and behold, he has a dog. Only thing is, it's a person.
Good boy is in like a dog. Good boy.
Yeah. Only thing
Okay, but it's a person.
It is a person.
Well, that's kind of interesting. That's different.
Yeah, it's different for sure.
Is it a good movie?
I liked it. I think it's pretty good. It's a little nihilistic, but yeah, you like you kind of find out what happens. I won't give the twist away, but like, yeah, you got this guy who just has this other guy who, he says, hey, he just wants to be a dog. Just let him be the dog. That's what he wants. So you come to find out what all happens at the end. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. Like,
is that streaming right now? Is it streaming?
I think it's on Peacock.
Oh, okay. Peacock.
I want to say it's on Peacock. Yeah. Up next, I watched The Ritual.
Oh, okay.
It's another generic title.
Yeah, I was like, wait. Didn't we already talk about this? But no, it's not the same.
No, this is a new movie that came out not too long ago. It's got a lot of people in it. It's got Al Pacino in it.
Oh, really?
Al Pacino's in it.
Okay.
Ashley Greene's in it. That one guy, I can never think of his name, but he was in Abigail. He ended up being like the bad guy.
Oh, yeah. I can't think of who he is. God,
I can't think of his name.
He's been in so many things.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of movies, a lot of horror movies too lately. Anyway, he's in it, but at the end of the day, it's just an exorcism movie.
No,
Doesn't really bring anything new to the table.
It's funny because I was like, when I was looking up what movies have been, come out in June, 2025, and I saw The Ritual. I'm like, I think I've already seen this like a few months ago.
Yeah,
but it's
totally different.
It's a generic. It's a totally generic title.
Generic title, and I mean, exorcism movies. I mean, what can you say about them? I mean, it doesn't bring anything new. It is what it is. Yeah, wasn't great. Up next, M3gan 2.0.
Oh, you saw this?
M3gan 2.0. Now we both saw M3gan 1, and I think we both liked it. We both enjoyed it pretty well. I thought it was kind of a surprise. I didn't think I would like it, honestly. Didn't think I would.
Same.
And so going into this one, I was like, we'll see. I mean, I liked the first one, so yeah. I mean, this one's pretty good. I mean, I like
Okay.
the story better in the first one, I think, overall. But this one is a pretty good because it really brings us into the age that we're into now with AI and everything. So there's a lot of stuff there, and a lot of twists that maybe I didn't anticipate it initially. That makes it worthwhile. It's a different kind of movie, though. It definitely is. I mean, it's a horror movie, but it's not that same kind of movie as the first one because now you have Megan as sort of a different, and in the first
She's
she was
almost
definitely.
sort of, is she almost in just based off of the trailer, which I hate watching trailers because I feel like they give things away, but is
Mhm.
she kind of like the good guy?
I don't want to give it away. I don't want to give it away,
Oh, okay.
but there's
Okay.
definitely some shifts there. So yeah,
Okay.
there's definitely
Okay.
some shifts in it, but yeah, worth a watch. I think you might like it. Okay, I mean, is it great? I
Okay.
mean, I did kind of like the first one better, but it's still, I think for a sequel, I think it did pretty good. Pretty good
It is what it is for a PG-13 or
for a
film.
PG-13 horror movie.
Yeah.
I give it my stamp of approval.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Which
Okay.
not too many get that. So up next was Dangerous Animals.
Okay. That just came out, didn't it?
It just came out not too
Yeah.
long ago. This is a
Okay.
shark movie. You know how we feel about shark movies.
Oh, yeah.
But this one is different. This one is different. If you're going to do a shark movie, just like you're going to do an exorcism movie, you got to do something different, right? And if you're trying to do the same old tried and true formula, and shark movies are a dime a dozen. Man, are there a lot of
Oh,
shark
yeah.
movies?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
And I kind of avoid them like the plague, like I do zombie movies typically, which I'll talk about
Yeah.
that in a minute. But this one is a little different. It's a little different. It's got a different tone to it because it's not about. It is about sharks. It is, but it's not about your greatest fear in this movie is not sharks. Um,
Oh, okay.
so it's
Okay.
pretty good. It's pretty good. I liked it. Yeah, I like
Okay.
it just because it is totally different than the norm of what you're going to see usually with a shark movie because they had to they
Okay.
had to change it up a little bit to make it enjoyable. I think. But so I'd say worth a watch. Worth a watch
All
on
right.
that one.
Perfect. Okay.
Up next is a weird little summer camp slasher, almost maybe, kind of, not really. Movie called Marshmallow.
Oh, I haven't heard of this one.
This
Marshmallow.
one, I think IMDb says it came out last year, but I've only been hearing about it lately, so I think it just kind of maybe got distribution maybe recently. Um, so it's just about these campers these young kids that are at camp, and then these older, you know, counselors or whatever that are there, and they're like telling scary stories and all this stuff, which it's realistic. My kids just went to a camp for a week, and they were telling them scary stories. So it's kind of like they tell them like these scary stories, and
Yeah.
this one kid's like sort of having these nightmares slash maybe hallucinations kind of deal, and it's kind of like the first is about bullying, really, what it seems like. But there's a big twist in the movie because they start getting sort of attacked and chased and stuff. But there's a big twist in it. I'm not going to give it away because it really, really takes a left turn. I don't know if you like it or not. I can't say if you'll be like, well, that's kind of, I mean, it's definitely different. You definitely probably hadn't seen a lot like it. I don't know that I love it for what it is, but damn, it's unique for sure. It's not. I
So
mean,
is that streaming somewhere right now? Or
it's on VOD. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
it's streaming.
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
think it might end up on Slasher eventually. I think so.
Okay. Marshmallow.
Yeah, Marshmallow. Yeah, and the last thing I watched was 28 Years Later.
Oh, okay. I am dying. I tried to find it to stream, but I'm like, I can't find it.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
now
it's
did you like the first two? You watched? Did you like them?
I'm fine. It's my honest opinion. They're okay.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I saw the first one in the theaters.
Uh-huh.
God, years and years and years ago. But I mean, I thought, I mean, they were okay to me. I didn't see anything special about them. To me, it was just another zombie movie. I'm sorry, but it is. That's my
Well,
personal opinion. But
when the first one came out, it kind of came out around the same time as Snyder's Dawn of the Dead
Yeah.
remake.
Yeah.
So that's really the kind of both of them. I don't know which one you want to say gets credit, but they kind of both give credit to like really raging, running zombies,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. The
these
fast
really
zombies. Yep.
sort of like coming at you like that's kind of a unique thing. Also the unique thing with the first one is that they shot it on some Canon cameras and stuff, and so it does have this really grainy look to it. And they shot this new one on iPhone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Now, not on a iPhone. They probably had like 20 iPhones shooting it.
Oh,
You know
I'm
what I mean?
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 With,
Yeah.
with, with all the
But a phone, but an iPhone
yeah,
in
shot on
general.
iPhone.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
yes.
pretty
This this
crazy.
this, this new
But
one is shot on iPhone.
hey, it can be done. We've talked to people that's filmed on iPhones before. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I like these movies pretty good. I think they have pretty good storytelling overall. I mean, I I really think the second one had a really strong story. The first one was pretty good too, but it
I
really
haven't
was
seen the
more about
second one,
bringing.
so I saw the first one, but not the second one.
Okay, so you should check it out. Yeah, 28 weeks later. Yeah, it's pretty good. This
Okay.
one, I like this one too. It's a really simple plot, though. I wouldn't say the story is great because it's really simple,
Hmm.
but it's effective. It works. There's a lot of naked, infected zombies slash whatever you want to call them because they're not really called zombies in these. They're just called the infected. But I mean, they are what they are, right? Um,
Hmm.
but man, you'll see a lot of naked running, a lot of zombie dong. I'll tell you.
Oh, okay.
It's in there. It's in there. But overall, it's pretty good. I mean, I think it's pretty good. Uh, there is one thing about it I didn't like, uh, and, I just don't like this about movies. I've said it before. It's kind of a cliffhanger. I don't like
Mm.
that. I mean, I know, and you know, they've already said they're making two. They're already making two more movies of this. Like, and I knew that too, but it's like it doesn't matter. You know, give me. I mean, it's not got like a terrible one. Like, I don't think it is even as bad as like Terrifier 3, even. But it's I still don't like them. I don't like them. I want like a
I don't like them either because I don't like them either. Even on like in TV shows, same thing. TV shows, I'm just
well.
like,
I mean,
really?
but it's kind of been TV shows thing. I kind of get
Hmm.
it. I kind of get it. Yeah, it is kind of annoying, but you know, it's like they're going to be back the next season. It's kind of just something to think about or whatever.
It
But
is
that's like
annoying, but for movies, you're like waiting years,
possibly
years.
years. I mean,
God.
I know, like the girl who directed Candyman. The remake is directing the new one, the next one, I think.
Hmm.
Uh, but still, I just think that wrap it up a little bit. I mean, there could always
Yeah.
be if you could find some way to twist them together, that's great. But like, don't just kind of like leave it like that. So I don't like those things in particular.
That's my thing. If you're a great writer, you can find the happy medium. You know, kind of right, like you said, wrap it up a little bit. Yeah, you know, kind of insinuate, yeah, there's gonna be another one. But kind
Hmm.
of wrap it up a little bit. That way your audience is when they leave the movie, they're like kind of a good mid feeling,
Yeah, and
you know.
I'm not saying it doesn't have like from A to B to C. Really, it does have three acts in a way, and there is an arc. But there was just I feel like that last little bit really did set it up for like this is going to be continued kind of a
Hmm.
deal. So you know, it's like I don't really need that. You know, not in the movie. You know, you can have it like the beginning and maybe tie it together in the next movie to whatever. But anyway, that's my gripe. But anyway, it's still a pretty good movie. I'd say check it
Okay. Okay.
out. All right, that's all I got.
There's a movie I wanna see. I tried to find it. I can't seem to find it without paying for it. I don't want to pay for anything to watch. Isn't that awful? Garden of Eden. Have you seen the trailer for this?
Mm-mm, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
it's a new movie. I think it just got released in June.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my God, I was so intrigued by the trailer. The trailer didn't give away a whole lot,
Mhm.
but just based off of it, I was like, dude, I'm dying. I haven't seen anything, Mike. I haven't seen anything, any trailers or anything that gets me really excited. I'm
Mhm.
super disappointed in horror movies right now. So
Okay.
I'm looking for something to, it's almost like he got that itch you got to scratch or something.
Mhm.
I'm just not finding anything that's like really good. I'm dying. I'm begging for something really, really good. And I saw the trailer for this and I'm like, I feel like this might be really, really good. So look up the trailer for it, Garden of Eden. See what you
Okay.
think. See what you think about that.
I'll check it out. All right.
But yeah, I mean, is anything exciting for you? I mean, have you seen any like good anticipation or anything you're anticipating coming out that's gonna be great?
I mean, not really. I mean, obviously, I know what you last summer is coming out in this month. I don't. Do I think it's going to be great? No, but do I want to see it? Yes.
I think 2024 like was such a great year for horror movies. I'm like 2025 is we're not doing
We'll,
so great this year.
we'll
I haven't
see. I mean,
seen
there's more.
anything great, but hey, we're only halfway through the year, so
Only halfway there, so we'll see. Yeah,
halfway
maybe
there,
maybe
yeah.
some
So
will surprise us,
last
but
year
yeah,
got me at the end of the year. I feel like last year it was kind of September, October, November-ish was when
well,
all the great things started coming out.
yeah. Did you see that trailer for Witchboard? That's a remake, but it looks a lot different than the original. It's not like that at all.
I heard about it, but I haven't seen the actual trailer for it.
Trailer looks pretty good. I think it's
Okay.
going to be interesting. Hopefully, yeah,
All right. So yes. So hopefully some great things are gonna come out.
yeah.
We're gonna look out for Scarah's movie
There's
coming
movie,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Damsel of the Den,
Maybe
yeah,
that'll like fill the void for me.
awesome, yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. All right, well, hopefully we'll get another one in this month and not skip a month. That way,
Yes, we're not gonna skip a
this will
month.
be June and Jason, and we'll see what happens. All right,
Okay.
but until then, you have to stay
Until
hardcore. All right, well, later.
Wow. That's hardcore.
Nothing harder.
Hardcore Horror with Mike and Bridget is a part of the Tennessee Horror Podcast Network.